Today we're diving into one of the most debated topics in human attraction. Are men really more attracted to women with larger breasts? And if so, why? Is it fact, myth, or something in between? Let's explore the science, culture, and psychology behind this claim. Before jumping to conclusions, let's look at the origins of this claim. Breasts have been a symbol of femininity and fertility for centuries across cultures. But why do they hold such significance? Is it biological, societal, or a combination of both? In many cultures, larger breasts have been associated with health and fertility. Evolutionary psychologists argue that men are wired to find traits that signal reproductive success attractive. But how much of this is science and how much is shaped by media and social norms? Let's dive into the data. A 2013 study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior surveyed 361 men to understand their breast size preferences. Here's what they found. 47% of men preferred medium-sized breasts. 24% preferred larger breasts. The remaining group preferred smaller breasts or expressed no specific preference. So, while larger breasts do have their admirers, the majority of men actually prefer medium-sized breasts. That's a far cry from the sweeping 90% of men claim often thrown around. What's even more fascinating is how preferences vary with socioeconomic status. The same study revealed that men from lower income backgrounds were more likely to prefer larger breasts. Why? Researchers suggest this preference could be linked to perceptions of abundance and nurturing capability. On the other hand, men from higher income backgrounds lean towards smaller or medium-sized breasts, possibly due to an association with a more refined aesthetic shaped by cultural exposure. We can't ignore the massive role media plays in shaping perceptions. From Hollywood to Instagram, the portrayal of idealized body types often emphasizes larger breasts, especially in Western cultures. And there's more. A survey conducted in 2020 found that 68% of men admitted that media heavily influenced their perception of an ideal partner's body. But here's the twist. Preferences vary greatly across cultures. Breast size preferences are not universal. In many African and South American cultures, larger breasts are celebrated as symbols of health and fertility. In contrast, some East Asian cultures prioritize smaller body frames, including breast size, as a standard of beauty. These cultural differences highlight that attraction is as much about upbringing and socialization as it is about biology. Now, let's talk biology. When men see breasts, the brain's reward system activates. This response is linked to the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure. But it's not just about pleasure. Evolutionary theorists suggest that men are drawn to traits signaling reproductive health. Larger breasts, for example, might subconsciously indicate the ability to nurture offspring. However, this is a hypothesis and doesn't account for personal preferences shaped by experience or culture. So, is the statement true? Not quite. While a significant portion of men may find larger breasts attractive, the data doesn't support a sweeping 90% claim. Preferences are much more nuanced and influenced by a mix of biology, culture, and personal experience. The truth is, beauty standards are incredibly diverse, and what's considered attractive varies widely between individuals and societies.
I think medium size is ideal. It feels more balanced to me.
I've always preferred larger breasts, but I think personality matters more than looks.
As a woman, I've noticed that men's preferences are not as universal as people think.
Attraction is a complex mix of biology, culture, and personal experience. Instead of fixating on specific traits, it's important to celebrate diversity in beauty standards. Whether large, medium, or small, every body is beautiful in its own way. So the next time you hear a sweeping statement about attraction, remember to question it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the psychology of attraction. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating content. And tell us in the comments, what do you think influences attraction the most? Biology, culture, or personal experience?